Welcome, I'm Ophelia. I have always had a huge fascination with how my mind and my brain work. They are not one single entity. They are, to me, completely separate. I see the mind as that which pulls in and acquires information that is completely intangible from other sources. One might call consciousness, one might call spirit, one might call any sort of name that is of a source, a divineness, a place that is completely beyond our comprehension in the real world way. Yet it's a knowing that resides within us. It's that intuitive knowing, or that sense of I know, I feel, however I process, but it's where love comes from. It's where the unexplainable comes from. That's mind, in my understanding, in my explanations. Everyone else may have a different way, but your way is absolutely right for who you are. Please know that. The brain part is what I see as the processor of the information that the mind has brought in and is holding in a very like an intangible snowflake. It's like an energetic snowflake of frequencies and information, and from all different realms and times and places, and it comes in. And then it's the brain that's is in the way that each of us, are made up within our whole evolution, how we process that. And it is very different for every person I've ever connected with. And I used to do, I've done this searching for years with myself, with my family, with other people who are curious. And so what I'm seeing now is that in the last, particularly since the late 80s specifically, there is a new type of evolution of the mind and brain makeup that were coming in with children. I noticed it in my boys, but my oldest was born in 77, and then my other one 81. And my friends, the other mothers, we started going, something's different with them. Don't know what, but they're not like us. I mean, there's something unexplainable, but we knew it came from inside of us as mothers. And so it always fascinated me, and I kept on watching and doing my delving and everything else. There are probably a lot of you out there like me. I didn't like school. I didn't fit. And the reason I didn't fit is that so much of the information just didn't seem to be true that I was being taught. I didn't know what to do with it. And so often, like many who challenge or who don't have high A's and B's, and who always are very intelligent, but their grades don't reflect that, because they don't hear and see and process the information that the structure of education, or the structure of the teacher who is giving it, is easy to decipher. And so it is from that stance that when I learned human design, but it was many years through my learning process, that I started to realize that this evolution of the children's minds and brains from where we were in the previous beginning of the 20th century, which is the 1900s, and through into today, has changed considerably. I say the 1900s because the mind and brain frequencies of that dimension were very different, and brilliance absolutely came in long before the 1900s. And it was in the 1900 early 20s, or just early into late 20s, that the education system was put in place that we have had in place for all of this time. And that system was about basically, ultimately, creating individuals who were given information and told, this is the truth, don't question it. And it's playing out all the way through today. For some, it might be a challenge to hear these, but please just sit with it, feel it, and see eventually where it resides within inside of you. Yes, I come from very different perspectives. And it's those perspectives and that learning that has taken me to these understandings. Where you fit in this chart is also about how you interact with other people. And I have found that often, say in a family of 4, there are 4 different squares that are focused in a family. And you wonder why people don't communicate properly, because you don't all hear and speak and think and process the same way. Sometimes you're at odds with each other. Like I was, my beautiful mother and I, we were always at odds. And then I learned what she hears and what I say are completely not connected to how she processes and hears things. And so we were always at odds. Many families are like that. Many couples are like that. It starts out great, and then the little kinks start coming in. And it's like, well, what's going on? Why can't you see what I'm saying? Why don't you hear what I'm saying? Why can't you agree with me? Why do I have to, why do my thoughts not make any sense to you? Why is what I say not important? Because it's not the same value as you. These are very, very real. And through time, in my next video, I want to break it down. But if you have questions, please share with me, ask me questions, put them in the comments, so that we have a place to begin, that we can together open some dialogues that are constructive, that are beneficial, that are eye-opening and problem-solving for many, many people. That is my desire, and that is my wish. So thank you. Thank you.